What's going on, YouTube? This Big Pencil coming at you again with a nut. You know, all the videos that I've posted, I think in every single one of them, there's somebody that asked me what kind of gun was that, what kind of buckshot you shooting, what kind of choke tube you shooting, how can you kill them there with one shot. So I figured I'd do a video today kind of telling you all about stuff that I hunt with when I go into dog driving woods, and figured I'd share that with you. Quit chewing on that, dog. Go on about your way. See this little dog? This little dog likes to chew up stuff. Yeah, you do. Now, first off, let me tell you about my briar pants here. My briar pants. I've hunted with these same briar pants here ever since I turned 18. I'm 28 now. I've had them for 10 years. These are Dan's. Dan's makes the best briar-proof clothing, period, bar none. And these have definitely run their course. I don't know if you can see it very well, but most of my ankles don't get covered up anymore. They get ripped up in the briars a good bit. My ankles do. You know, I've probably lost a good 6 to 8 inches off the bottom of them, but all the other parts still work good. So I keep them. I really need to get me a new pair, and I might before the season comes in, but as of right now, these hands still work pretty good. Now, these are made out of the Cordura material, which is the same material that they make the chaps out of that go on the hip boots. And there's a lot tougher than the normal, I don't know what kind of material that is, that normal Dan's thin, real thin material. I'd go through a pair of them in a season before, and they just wouldn't last very long. But I've had these for a long time, hunting deer, hunting rabbits, and whatever I'm walking in the briars with, 90% of the time, this is what I got on. If I ain't got these on, I ain't got nothing on. And these here, they'll keep the briars off you now, I'm going to tell you. There's a lot of times I wouldn't have pants on. I'd just be walking up through the woods with these on, and yeah, I don't have no problem with the briars jugging me. I mean, I do now because they so wore out. I mean, in my knees here, you got a couple spots in my knees. I got big old holes in my knees and my legs and all, and that comes from washing them and briars and whatnot and all, and just normal wear and tear on them. But they are old, but they still serve the purpose. They get the job done. I think I paid $75, $80 for these things back when I got them. You had to get them special ordered. They had to make them. I mean, they just ain't something that was at the store at the time. They might be now, but I don't know. It's been so long since I bought some. But I had them specially made, and I've been using them ever since. Dan's, you need to get you some. If you ain't got none, get you some. Alright, next up, we're going to talk a little safety. You got to have orange on, some kind of orange hat. I mean, every time I go into dog driving woods, I got an orange hat on. I mean, this ain't the one that I normally wear, but either way, it's an orange hat. Get you a vest, orange vest, an orange shirt, big neoprene, bright neon green shirt. I don't care. Something to let the other people know that, hey, I'm over here, don't shoot me. And so, I mean, most clubs you go to, it is required that you wear orange of some kind. And I mean, the deer can't see it, obviously. They cannot see it, but people can, and that's the best thing. You don't want to get shot or shoot somebody over a deer. I'm gonna tell you that'd be bad. But let's see. Next up, talk a little bit about guns here. Now, I bought this gun here, my 1187. I bought it when I turned 18. I've had it ever since. I mean, this is my Remington 1187, 28-inch barrel, black synthetic. It's the 1187 Sportsman, what it is. I bought it when I turned 18, and very rarely does it fail me. I mean, every gun on the planet is going to have a malfunction at some point or another. And I've had to replace one part on this gun since I bought it. The shell latch on the bottom down here that catches the shell as it goes into the magazine tube, the very tip of it chipped off. And it was like $40. I replaced it, and it's been running like a champ ever since. And keep my modified choke, factory modified, the same one that was in the gun when I bought it is the same one that's still in here right now. Factory modified choke has killed more deer for me than any other choke, because I've never shot another choke. And I actually got a couple buck kickers, one for this, but it shoots way too tight. It's just too tight for me. And I miss more deer than I kill with it. I mean, as y'all know, most of the deer that I kill is getting up, running 100 miles an hour, and I ain't got time to shoot like a rifle with a shotgun. I'm trying to kill that deer as he's getting up out the bed, and it just ain't gonna happen. This buck behind me I killed with this gun with my modified choke in it, and he got up within 10 steps of me in a wide open field. Now, yeah, I probably would have killed him with a good tight shooting choke, but it didn't make no difference. I rarely shoot over 50 yards, and you got a modified choke in 50 yards, you gonna put lead in him. If you can put the bead in the right place, you'll put lead in him. And so that's why I never shoot anything other than modified. I mean, if I was going somewhere that I knew I'd be shooting a longer distance, then yeah, I might want to put a buck kicker or something like that in it, and try to get them patterns a little bit tighter to reach out and touch them. And I'm gonna put a few deer that I've killed. Every deer that I've killed dog driving, just about every deer. I have killed a few with my Benelli and all, but just about every deer that I've killed over the years has been with this gun here. I've killed a lot of deer with this gun. I'm gonna put some of the pictures in this video of some of the deer that I have killed with this gun. And here they go. All right. I killed a lot of deer with it. I love it. I mean, it points. It points just as well as you could ever have a gun point. And what more can you ask for? Now, moving on. Now, well, I really don't need to show this, but I'm going to show it anyway. It's actually a new gun that I just picked up. I picked this here up. Just got it last week. And I bought it really for, I sold that old Browning A5 that I had. I didn't like it. I bought it 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't have any sentimental value with it or anything like that. And I rarely hunted with it. I only hunted with it maybe twice, 2 or 3 times in the 5 years that I've owned it. And it just wasn't real fun to shoot because it kicks so daggone hard. So I sold it, and I used the money to buy this. This is a Mossberg 930. And just this year they come out with the bottomland camouflage configuration, and I wanted to get me a bottomland gun, kind of turkey hunt with, and do a little duck hunting and whatnot. And that Benelli, I love it. It kicks like a mule when you're shooting heavy loads. So this kind of might take its place as a duck gun. And I'll hunt some deer with it. I mean, you'll probably see a few videos come up this year where I'm hunting with this. But I took it out first day I got it, shot 2 boxes of shells out of it, didn't have no problems out of it. And I got a buck kicker choke tube for this, which I got modified in it right now, but I do got a buck kicker for this. I'm actually gonna do a little testing out and see what kind of patterns we get with it, and I'm gonna see how I do. Cause I put a post up on my Facebook page probably a couple months ago. And I was asking everybody's opinion on semi-automatic shotguns for a little bit of everything. And And oh yeah, but I just wanted to know what everybody else's opinion was, what they liked, and so on. And so I mean, I decided when I bought that Benelli, I paid a lot of money for it. I mean, Benelli is a high dollar gun. And I told myself right then, I almost cried when I give them people that money. I said, I will never, ever spend that kind of money on a single gun in my lifetime again, period. That's just way too much money for a gun. When you could do the same thing with a $500 shotgun like this here. I mean, yeah, Mossberg, they ain't no fancy, high dollar, high-end quality gun, but they are good quality guns. They'll last you for a long time if you take care of it. You clean it up, and hell, if you don't need but one shot, like most of the time I do, then you ain't, or you can take a break open action single shot out there and kill them all. But and plus I didn't want to, like, I don't like taking that Benelli out into the briars beating bushes with a $1,400-$1,500 gun. I mean, yeah, you don't want to take a gun like that out into the briars. I mean, you just don't want to do that. Well, at least I don't want to do that. I mean, I had people say, oh, you need to get new Browning A5, you need to get the Browning Maxes, you need to get them new Berettas with that kickoff on it. And yeah, they're nice guns, and they'd probably be a joy to shoot. But I wouldn't want to take that into Dale Woods doing what I do. That 1187 right there, I have literally walked on top of it trying to get out of briar thickets that I somehow or another got myself in. And you just give up. You throw the gun down on top of the briar thicket, and you walk on top of the gun to lay the briars down. And that's why I say that 1187 right there's been the best gun I've ever owned. That thing there's tough. And it looks fairly, I mean, it don't look new, but it looks good. To have gone through all that I have put it through. And that's why I just kind of got this gun here. Well, it's a backup, and you always want to have your good backup. And I think I'm really going to enjoy shooting it this year. Now, moving on, buckshot. If you know me, you know I shoot Federal Premium 15 pellet 3-inch double aught. That's what I shoot. I mean, I used to shoot Winchesters, but I had a problem with that bulge that was getting right there at the cap. It was a big bulge in the plastic, and it was causing the gun to hang up. I had a couple times the gun hung up because of that, and so I just and it was starting to become more and more frequent that was happening, and so I got rid of it. And quit shooting Winchester buckshot unless I absolutely have to. They ain't got no Federals, then I'll buy some Winchesters. But Federal Premium, I ain't had no problems with them so far. Every deer that I killed last year just about was with Federal Premium buckshot, and I killed a good bit. And most of them didn't take but 1 or 2 shots, and they was dead. And that's what you want out of a good buckshot load. I like Federal Premium. They good quality rounds, and I think you can get a 15 pack from Walmart for like $13, $14. I mean, it ain't that bad. And so that's why I shoot. Y'all can talk smack about Federal all you want. I'll shoot them. Y'all keep shooting your Winchesters, and I'll keep shooting my Federal Premium. Quit chewing up that thing, dog. I see you over there chewing up that thing. Snatching fuzz out of my cube here. No, I tell you. Training puppies is a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. Quick! That's what that thing. Alright, now, I'm going to tell you about my cameras that I use when I go out in the woods and film these dog drives for you guys. I got 3 cameras that I primarily use. I keep them all in this bag here, my chargers and whatnot and all, and I keep all that stuff together so I can keep my stuff charged up whenever I get finished with a hunt or whatever. We'll start with the newest one first. Is my Tacticam that I just got. The only footage I've really got on it is of the couple turkeys that I killed. And but I got the Tacticam 3.0, and it's a nice little camera. It's got some real good footage on it, and I think you can get I got the bundle from Amazon. You get a bundle from Amazon, comes with the camera, the gun mount, a bow mount, a 32 gig memory card in it, extra batteries. You got 2 batteries, and a couple other small little knickknacks that come with it. But you can get that bundle for like $250. It wasn't that bad, and it works pretty good. You get about 2.5 hours of charge on each battery, and so that'll work perfect for doing the dog drive. I mean, you probably 2.5 hours in the woods, so you can leave the camera running all the time, and you can take your extra memory card with you, and you swap the memory card out, put your fresh battery in, you're ready for the second hunt. You ain't got to charge it up, because it takes forever to charge one of these things up. I've learned that. It took about 3.5, 4 hours to charge this thing up fully, the way it sits. Now I think I'm gonna get a little wall mount charger, stick it in. You can actually charge both batteries at the same time with it. It might charge it up a little faster, I don't know, but we shall see, because I'm gonna have to get that before the season comes in. I will be getting one of those. Now, on to my GoPro. The one I used mostly last year, and I still use my other one a good bit, my older one. But this is the one I used mostly last year. This is the GoPro Hero Session, just the first model. It ain't the 5. I don't feel the need to get that. And this was waterproof. You get about a little over 2 hours of charge on the battery. And these have the internal batteries in them, so you have to charge it up through the camera. You can't take the battery out of it. But you put your memory card in it. I put my memory card in it and push the button, let it ride the whole time I'm hunting. And that way you don't miss none of the action whenever you got anything. You don't have to push buttons and potentially scare off your deer with them the beeping sounds that come out of these things when you cut them on. And on both of my GoPros, I got the head strap. You know, I keep them on my head when you're hunting deer or anything. When you're hunting, period, that's about the best way to go, unless you got one on your gun barrel, and that works pretty good to get your gun. Get the best footage you could possibly get. And I think I bought that from Best Buy for like $150. It wasn't that bad. So I mean, if you want to get you some cameras and start filming like I do, then more power to you. You have at it. I encourage everybody to get into it. It's a whole lot of fun once you get started and you start playing around with some editing softwares on your computers and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. You show off your kills to your friends, and there's a lot of good conversation starters mixed up into this video and stuff. Now my older one is I've had this one now for going on 3 years, and I still use it almost every time I go out. And it's the same way as my other one is. Internal battery. You get about 2.5 hours of charge on this one. Now this is just a GoPro Hero, just the base model, the very first one, base model that they come out with. This one was about $150. I think my wife bought this thing for me for Christmas a few years ago, and she actually got it on sale for like $110, $120. It wasn't that much, and it works just fine. Got the head strap mount for it too, and this thing here works good. I mean, this one ain't 100% waterproof, but it's water resistant enough. I mean, as long as you don't drop it in the water, it's good to go. Now that Session, it's waterproof. You can stick it under the water if you want, and video some stuff underwater. I just ain't been brave enough to do that yet, tear up my camera. But that's my cameras that I use when I go out in the woods. Ain't nothing to them, nothing real fancy. I mean, that's just the way I am. I don't got real fancy stuff because I can't afford real fancy stuff. But next up, shoes. Everybody knows what kind of shoes I hunt with. Either I'm barefoot or I got on these BB1s right here. I've hunted with them 2 or 3 times now, and they already look like hell. I mean, they ain't tore up yet, but they're dirty. They're dirty, and they got a bunch of them stickers in the bottom of them, sand spurs from out there in the yard. And but you wear what you're comfortable with. You wear what you want. You wear, if you want to wear hip boots, snake boots, muck boots, I don't care. You can go out there barefoot like I do for all I care, and run around barefoot in the swamp. It's quite a joy when you get out in that creek barefoot and start walking around in that swamp with the mud between your toes. As long as you don't get your foot cut on something, you be in good shape. But I think that's about it. I think that covers just about everything. But that's all there is to it. I mean, get out there. I mean, if you do dog hunt, you know what I'm talking about. It's the best form of hunting on this planet, in my personal opinion. And this is just what I take in the woods when I go dog driving. And it won't be long now. It's the end of May, just about June. It'll be here before you know it, another 2.5 months, and it'll be here. I got them dead dogs out there ready to get at one. I am too. But this is Big Pencil, and we will be back with another one soon.